Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Sefer CHOFETZ CHAIM, and we're talking about when you think that you might have a reason why you could speak Lashon Hara, and still we'll see that you cannot. And he writes over here, all the more so, yesterday we were talking about where a person did wrong to you, and you might think that you have a right to go and speak Lashon Hara, and we proved through all the different details there it's not pashut, it's not simple at all. Most likely you have to keep your mouth closed. You can't go and spread any chalila, any rumors and the like. But all the more so, if Ruvain was not damaged at all by Shimon, so then for sure you can't say something negative about him. What happened is that Ruvain needed a favor from Shimon, and we'll see in examples where there's an obligation that Shimon has al pi Torah to do such things for Ruvain, and he didn't do them. So he failed to fulfill his obligations of chesed and the like to Ruvain. Says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, Kinyoni hava utztaka v'achnas zorchim kiyotzim b'zeh. For example, let's say that Ruvain needed a loan. He said, no, I'm not giving you a loan, says Shimon. He needs tztaka. Shimon said, I'm not giving you. I need a place to stay. He wouldn't give him hachnas zorchim, nothing. Now, Ruvain gets upset. He believes that there was injustice over here, al pi the Torah. He needed the loan, he needed tzedakah, he needed a place to stay, and Shimon would not do that for him. So therefore, if he goes now and he reveals afterwards to other people what took place, that I asked Shimon for a loan and he refused to give it to me, Legana is plenty bezeh, because he wants to disgrace Shimon in this regard. Lashon hara gemarahu minadin. This is 100% Lashon hara that you're speaking about right now. Aleph, like I explained much earlier on. And it's possible that you transgress many other lavin in such a case. Besides the Issa of Lashon hara, like we explained. For example, maybe you're bearing a grudge, maybe you're taking revenge. It's not a good thing for a person to do. You're disappointed in the way that this person acted towards you. You believe that according to the Torah, he owes you a loan, he should give you tzedakah, he should give you a place to stay, so on and so forth. Maybe it's true. But if your intention now is to go and disparage him and to destroy his reputation as a result of what he didn't give to you, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, that is mamish Lashon hara. And sadly, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, going back in his generation, how much more so in our generation, people stumble in this regard all the time. Like we see, unfortunately, if a person is not received warmly in a certain city the way that he expects to be, he walks into a shul, and he's a stranger there, he expects everyone's going to smile, Shalom Aleichem, how are you? He walks into some kind of a gathering, and maybe he's a stranger there, so he would think that people are going to understand that he's not usually there, and they're going to come over and make him feel good, and he walks in, he's like a goylem, nobody comes over to say a word to him, and he gets upset. Then he goes to another city afterwards, and then he begins to publicly disparage and shame the people, the chashav, the people of the first city that he came from, and say, you know what, they didn't do anything for me over there, they didn't say hello to me, they didn't help me, they didn't give me tzedakah the way they could have, all these different things. Says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, Lashon hara. How can you speak badly about another Yid just because you didn't get what you want and you think that you deserve from them? How do you know what's going on when you walk into the shul? How do you know if the people in that shul were not going through a difficult time? How do you know if they were just half asleep when they came to Shachris that day? How do you know if there was not some tragedy in the town? Everybody's mind was preoccupied with all of the tsar, the pain that was going on. How do you know? You don't know. And the person decided not to give you a loan. How do you know what's going on? And so what? He didn't give it. So he didn't fulfill his obligation. That's between him and the Rabbi Shalom. It's not for you to go and now publicize this to other people. So if you're traveling through and you come to another town and you begin telling what the people of the previous town did to you, and because they didn't help you in the right way, it's mamish lashon hara. V'kol shekein, all the more so mevaze avozeh stam l'kol ha'ir. If you end up disparaging the entire city because of the way that you were treated, bevadai avaim plilihu, this is certainly a terrible sin. Because as we pointed out before, even if you're telling the truth, it might be true, they were all not nice to you, or this person didn't smile at you, or this person didn't give you tzedakah, or this person didn't give you a place to stay, or this guy wouldn't give you a meal, whatever the story is, it's true. However, says the CHOFETZ Chaim, the truth is also lashon hara. Who are feeling misaber al ish prate, even if you're only speaking about one individual person in another town, that's lashon hara. But kol shekein, all the more so, al ir shleima shebi Yisrael amachzikim be'amunas Hashem. If you speak about a whole city, you speak about a whole town where there are people there that believe in the Ribbono Shel Olam, and you say negative things about that town, about that kehila, about that shul, about that people, like it's brought down in the Poskim. If you speak negatively about the Ashkenazim or the Hasidim or the Sfardim, and you glump them all together, that shul over there, you know the people of that shul, how they behave, what they do, so on and so forth. That is all outright lashon hara. Vadai avain gadol, certainly the sin is very great, and therefore says the CHOFETZ Chaim, unfortunately, in our times, we're too quick to judge, we're too quick to say what happened, we're too quick to condemn a person, a family, a group, a kehila, a city, a town, a nation, and therefore a person has to be very careful not to trample onto the laws of outright lashon hara. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.